Welcome to this cinematic and allegorical rendering of the 5 stages of your spiritual life on Earth. We tag this series the Soul Path Journey. I assume as a seeker you know by now that your immortal soul inhabits your body and uses it as a vehicle to travel through the changing phases or terrains of life, gathering experiences from each terrain or phase to become better, wiser, and more enlightened as it evolves. With that knowledge in mind, these series will use allegory to tell the story of the soul's journey in the setting of different vegetations and ambiances to, hopefully, pass home the desired message. A message that is hoped will draw your attention to the importance of your sojourn on Earth and the significance of the unfolding stages of life from birth to death, especially as they concern the growth of your soul. This video, the first of those 5, will explore early childhood and adolescence. The first stage is like the sweet, soft meadow, and it depicts the vibrations of childhood and adolescence. Its spiritual themes are childlike discovery, wonder, identity formation, early encounters with right and wrong. Its challenges are understanding the self, confusion over beliefs and rules, and fear of not belonging. This ambience is engaged via early childhood activities and impulses like playing under the open sky, asking unfiltered questions, and learning to name the unformed emotions we see and sense each day. Life is carefree and fragile at the same time, and we depend on others to interpret our blossoming spirituality. Time in the meadow stage is carefree and non-judgmental to you. No wonder many never emotionally or spiritually outgrow this stage to confront life beyond the cocoon of the meadow. This stage is also very crucial, as any wrong impressions and interpretations of events from those we depend on for guidance and meaning can mar us for life. In this stage, divine presence is felt as a quiet companion, like a friend walking just beside us, unseen but clearly very near. Sometimes, unfortunately, stressful family and external environments can numb our ability to sense divine presence at this crucial stage, occasionally irreparably.
Let's take a walk through the meadow. There is a meadow in the beginning of all souls where laughter rises like wind through grass, and the sky still knows your name. Here, you are not yet carrying answers, only questions shaped like stars. Questions like, what is right? What is real? Who am I? You hovered at the edge of knowing, and it was just fine. Here, stories flickered like campfires lit just for you, even though no one told you why. Sometimes you sensed the shadows flicker at the edge of joy, leaving you with more questions. You felt the ache of not belonging, and the loaded silence when your wonder was too much. But you knew the sacred was always near, in the ache behind your questions. The sacred was near in the hands that fed you, sang you to sleep, and tucked you in bed. Even in the whisper of the trees, it was there. To this day, you know deep down that the sacred is still near, even though you may be unable to explain it in human words. That is the beauty of childlike innocence. It just knows. Slowly, you gotta know that this meadow called life is not called innocence because it's perfect. It is so because it is sacred, because it is open. Because it still dares to believe, because it remembers and also reminds you of the splendor before the great forgetting that led you here. Yes, there was a before. Let me inform you now that this arcane memory of you before time began will linger in your soul throughout your journey on this changing terrain. This same memory will wait to lovingly welcome you at the end of your journey on Earth. But for now, you are in this meadow. Feel free to stay a little longer. Be that child again. Lie in the grass and let the sky and the meadow speak to your soul. Ask your questions boldly. Tell your truth to the trees. Let your spirit play with God without needing names. Get used to that dialogue of the innocent. You will need that skill later in the journey of your soul through life. You are not here because you are lost. You are becoming. The further process of becoming is ahead of you. It beckons irresistibly. Becoming is sacred work. It is your gift to yourself, your soul, and to life. Receive and embrace it today.
I sincerely hope a part of you has been awakened by this short allegory. How much do you recall of your time in the meadow of your life? Was it truly carefree, love-filled, and exciting? Did you struggle with understanding yourself and the concepts of right and wrong? What unformed emotions did you struggle with, and how are they affecting you to this day, if any? How much did the misinterpretations of life foisted on you by your parents, peers, influencers, and other caregivers affect you then and now? What do you miss about this stage, and what would you go back to correct if you could? Did you recall any moments when you sensed divine presence beyond words, and do you still possess that spiritual antenna? Or did life's struggles numb it? Beyond the story, I now invite you to open a journal specifically for this series. Answer these questions truthfully in there as you pour out your heart. It is a personal journey to healing, and will point you to unresolved issues you may need to work on. I congratulate you in advance for this bold step. You are truly a winner. Once again, welcome to the Soul Path series. Join us in the next video, as we follow the soul from the meadow of childhood into the forest of seeking, which represents young adulthood. Don't forget to download our free ebook via the link in the description below. Also share the video and invite others to join this knowledge trove of simplified spiritual information. Till next time, remain renewed on all levels.